been a wild opening weekend to this point. Who knows what is in store tonight? As off we go for the Sunday night opener. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So the Ravens will come out. They are led by the man who's won the MVP twice and was the runner-up a season ago. Hard to believe it is year 8 for Lamar Jackson as the Ravens quarterback.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week 1 of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. And 10 yards to go. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
And we will not see a return on this one, as it will be marked down. The Bills offense are heading out, and they are led by the... VP of the National Football League, 29-year-old quarterback, Josh Allen in the prime of his career.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves, thinking, all right, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And, man, you get through that first game, and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
1st and 10 now from the 36. In motion, Shakir. Allen going to throw to get things going. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
37-yard line.
Play action. It's Allen. Gonna look deep. Looking for more. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
A throw on the move is caught. Oh, big hole left side. And he will score. Joshua Palmer. Touchdown, Bills. For Josh Allen, the reigning MVP of the NFL. First touchdown pass of this 2025 season. And trouble on this extra point. It is blocked. So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. This returnable from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So on come the Ravens, and Greg, what a story again last year, 12-5, 13-4 the year before that. Regular season, they have been as good as almost anyone in the NFL, but it's the story if you're living in the AFC. Get over that hump, whether it's Buffalo or Kansas City. It's hard to get to the big game on this side of the draw.
Oh, there's no question, and I think if you're Baltimore and you're Buffalo and you look around and you say, man, we should have a couple Super Bowl titles. If we were living in a non-Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid era, maybe teams would look at us a little bit different than they do, but they just need to continue to stay the course. Lamar Jackson, one of the best players, regardless of position, in the entire league, multiple-time MVP winner, so they have a Super Bowl roster. Let's make no mistake about it. They need to just continue to hold serve in the regular season, continue to play for division titles, get as many home playoff games as possible, so when the money's on the line and trips to Super Bowl on the line, they need these games to come through Baltimore. And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
They'll run for it with Henry. And he's going to have the Ravens first down. They picked it up rather easily. A gain of 9 on 4th and 2.
Sometimes it's just the obvious decision that's the correct one. I mean, the offensive line and their ability to win at the point of attack, all you need is one guy to displace the defender and just move him, and that's exactly where the play is designed to go. So you earn the trust to keep the ball on the ground in these gotta-have-it moments, and they come through.
This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So you've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning first and second down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in third and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
And he will take this into the end zone. What a run! Lamar Jackson. Touchdown, Ravens.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
His kick is good. Makes the score Ravens 7, Bills 6.
Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35. So, Greg, here are the Bills. What a year last year. 13-4, beat the Broncos and the Ravens in the playoffs, but once again ran into Kansas City in the AFC Championship game. Anything that we can say is that one thing to get them to the big game this time?
Well, I mean, we'd probably start with they need Patrick Mahomes.
That's over the middle and intercepted by Roquan Smith. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the handoff, running left is Henry. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Baltimore. Off the play fake, Jackson. He's going to run it. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. He's been elusive in this first half. Look at those rushing numbers for him. Defense definitely going to have to find a way to keep him in check. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and inches. The Bills
They go right back to Henry.
Henry again.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. This defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
They'll try and run for this with Henry. Good blocking, and he's in. Derrick Henry, touchdown Baltimore. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Bills' offense ready to take over once more. Will try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd down, it's Allen. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. From the gun, throw here for Allen. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 1. Allen to throw again. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
And he can hang on through the contact, incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
To throw again, it's Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Humphrey, very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Now a shot downfield for Samuel. That one incomplete. Humphrey, outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down. The Bills bringing on their punting unit. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit in the field of play and continue out of bounds. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. 1st down and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On play action, here's Jackson. Pushed out to his left.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On second down, here's a run with Henry. And it'll be brought down shy of the 35, but that is good enough to move the sticks.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs. When you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation, and instead he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
He's got his big target. That's Isaiah Likely. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down. For a gain of about 5.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
Rolling to the left. Taking off.
These are the plays that just drive the defensive coordinator crazy, Mike. You do everything right, but you don't account for the quarterback scrambling. He's able to get out of the pocket and gain enough for a first down.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Joey Bosa. Brought down back at the 38-yard line.
So one quarter in the books. Our first Sunday night telecast of the year. 14-6 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. They've got it second down and 12 to go. They'll try to throw here with Jackson. Going up top and looking for Andrews. Bills are going to take over here at their own 22.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. They'll start on the ground with Cook. Finding room at the 35. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. Aside that open man is nuts. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up second down. At the
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and a couple. 319. Tight end going in motion here. Allen going to give it to Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. What a run. He brings it to the red zone. Taken down inside the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. To throw is Allen. To the left side, it's caught by Shakir.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Now he'll run. Fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short but he has picked up the first down.
This is a part of the field where you have to account for the quarterback as a runner. Nothing's open downfield. Great job by your secondary, but then he makes a break for the goal line, and they're able to stop him just short, but not until after he sets his guys up.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Now pass to tack on the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills move back to within one.
Ravens 14. Bills 13.
Following the touchdown, pass is back to kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry now really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything that happens when you are in an AFC North game.
And you talk about divisions having identities, they have their culture. Really at the top, Baltimore and Pittsburgh kind of want to play a similar style game, strong on defense, great.
And he's going to somehow manage to get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. It'll be third down.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Here's the give to Henry running right, and he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
38-yard line.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Jackson. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. A gain there of 23 yards. Good for a Ravens first down.
He took a shot on that throw, but you don't feel it quite as much when you pair it with a throw as good as that one. So kudos for him standing in that pocket, delivering a strike to pick up that first down.
On the ground, here's Henry. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Play action now. Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they'll remain out front by 1. That's the danger. They try to sell out and block it. Instead, get the roughing call, and it results in a first down. On the give, here's Henry. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Henry. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down? He'll try to run. And he's going to have a Ravens 1st down. Quite a call there. They go for it on 4th and inches, and it's a gain of 5.
At the 7-yard line.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
And he's in! Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Ravens. What a start to the year. His 2nd touchdown in this opening half. The extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. And the Ravens extend the lead to 8. It's 21-13. Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. Johnson now to return. Wow. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. Greg, this AFC East, a division that really has been dominated by the Bills. The 5 straight division titles. It's hard to see who can knock them off that perch right now.
Yeah, and I think until someone decides that that's going to change, I think you just have to assume that Buffalo remains the king of the East. And I think when you look at the bottom of the division with the Jets and New England, they're clearly in a rebuild. Young quarterbacks, new coaching staffs, trying to kind of get themselves out of the bottom of the division. Miami seems to me, I don't know if they're ready to compete necessarily with Buffalo directly, but Miami is a playoff caliber roster, a playoff caliber team. They've showed it in years past. So if anybody's ready to compete, I think it's Miami. I just don't know, Mike, if they are ready top to bottom over the length of the season to get enough wins to keep pace with a team as good as Buffalo.
And 2 new coaches at the bottom of the standings last year, the Jets and the Patriots. And, Greg, both guys who played for a long time in the league and bring a certain amount of toughness to the top of the organizations.
Oh, absolutely, and it was very clear exactly what New York and New England were looking for. They wanted culture setters, right? It wasn't about getting the fancy play caller. It wasn't about the X's and O's. They needed to establish an identity and a culture of excellence and of winning. So no question, Mike, there was a very clear mission, a clear path to landing on Vrabel and Aaron Glenn, and they think they have their guy for the long term.
That's taken in. It's James Cook. And they'll take this down inside with 35. They get 14 on that hookup. Good for a Bills 1st down.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball last before the end of the 2nd quarter.
Here's 1st and 10. To throw once more, here's Allen. That is brought in at the 10. And he's close to another 1st down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Like, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6.
Oh, an ill-advised throw there. It's an interception. Picked off by their rookie 1st-round pick. And he's going to be out of bounds, but what a turn of and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
He's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
6-yard line.
Second and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. On play action, Allen. That is caught side of the end zone. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Bills. That is a dream scenario. The offense handed the ball first and goal. And Greg, they take it to the end zone for 6.
They're not going to have many easier drives than that, Mike. I mean, to get the ball, not only in a short field, but in a goal-to-go situation, you don't get a lot of those chances. You have to cash them in, and that's exactly what they were able to do.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This will be returned from the 6. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense going to get it one final time in this first half. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. They will start it on the ground to run that clock. And they'll bring him down around the 27-yard line. It is Joey Bosa there on the tackle. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. Now, faking the give. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. It's going to be their second. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Henry. And he'll get about 5. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Here comes 2nd and 4. Jackson. Pass caught left side by Likely. And he's going to have the first down as he gets out of bounds, and he stopped the clock as well. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He keeps it himself. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
More of the same right here, and you can see the numbers. They're really starting to pile up for the quarterback, especially on the ground here in the first half, Mike. And when he takes off running, you can feel everyone kind of hold their breath, both in terms of him being electrifying, but also the fact that they want to make sure he's not taking any unnecessary shots.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Ravens going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. And apparently we'll forget about that for the moment and turn our attention to quarter number 3. Let's go. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And no return here. This is a touchback. James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
But I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams. But I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua, in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, and now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic Vikings offense. So now he goes to Seattle. I think he's going to have an inspired Cooper Kupp. He was let go from the Rams. If he's healthy, he's a big weapon. Jackson Smith-Njigba. He has some pieces in that puzzle that he can push the ball downfield to. So I'm excited to see Sam. That's what everyone thought he was going to be coming out of college, and he was a high draft pick of the New York Jets.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Ravens.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. In motion, Shakir. Throwing again is Allen. This one caught right side by Knox. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's good for a Bills first down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Cook. And he's into the end zone. James Cook. Touchdown, Buffalo. Pass now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bills go up by 3. It's 27-24. Following the touchdown, pass is back to kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going for it on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of if I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime. Each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because it just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more. And you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped him. It was just an offensive touchdown festival. So you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten a stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come overtime.
The field goal unit staying put They're going to line up and go for this on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense was ready for it, and they stuff him on 4th down.
The result of the play is a turnover on down.
James Cook and the rest of this Buffalo offense head back out. You know, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of minds for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I start in the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals. And you got to think the way their season ended last year, they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player in the league. I mean, he was incredible. Most weeks, Mike, he single-handedly carried that offense. Now, new defensive coordinator in Al Golden coming from the college ranks. Can he just make that defense in Cincinnati happen? Because if they just play a little bit better with that high-profile offense, I think they're a team. They might not win the division with Baltimore, but they're going to be close and maybe at least get one of those wild card spots.
Why don't you flip it over? Who are the guys you're watching in the NFC?
You know, I think Dallas is going to find themselves, just the fact that I know the division is difficult. Obviously, Philadelphia remains really strong. Does Washington kind of regress a little bit back now in year 2? They were the high-profile, big splash team of last year. Do they regress to the median? Time will tell. But I think healthy Dallas, healthy Dak, healthy Micah Parsons, like that roster that we saw play last year is not the roster on paper that we expected to see. So I think Dallas has a chance. I think San Francisco always is going to be a team, again, dealt with their own injuries last year, McCaffrey and all the stuff on defense. So I think San Francisco and Dallas are 2 perennial teams we expect to be in the playoff hunt. They missed out last year. I wouldn't be shocked to see them back in it again this year.
And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
It might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
Moore going in motion. Allen on 3rd down. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. The Bills bringing on the punt team. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. That's taken at about the 14, and good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Ravens offense ready to get back at it. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the run to the right. He runs with it. Jackson so nimble. He's got the 1st down and wisely gives himself up to the end.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. That keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd down at the 39-yard line.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 2. This is Ali. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
Rasheen Ali, the ball carrier, taken down at the 41. A gain of 2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to run for it. And he's going to have the Ravens first down as they find a way to keep the chains moving on fourth down.
I love this call on fourth down, Mike. Put the game in the hands of your quarterback. Don't overthink it. In this case, let him do it himself, and he picks up a big first down.
The throw, left side, caught by Andrews. And he will go all the way. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Here's Stout after the touchdown to send this one away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills offense ready to get back at it. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. This one complete to Palmer. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
To the air on 2nd down. Here's Allen. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Cook. Inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 35 yards. 1st and 10, and it's Allen. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane close quickly. Here comes 3rd down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
It's the quarterback. Oh, the ball's out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again. It always feels like it's a safe play. Just have the quarterback keep it, get that first down, try to extend it. But here it's not free, and the defense will take over.
Yeah, the priorities of a quarterback sneak, Mike, are A, get the first down, B, protect yourself, but C, protect the ball. And he was not able to do the 3rd part of that act, and he's going to cough it up now and give the ball right back to this defense.
They'll try to power ahead with Ricard. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A run with Ali. And he'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. Scrambling to his left. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Keaton Mitchell. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson now. There's the veteran tight end, Andrews. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a first down. A couple of first downs already on this drive, and they'll go first down from the 43. Carry now for Ali. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
A give right up the middle to Henry. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. 3rd and 10.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Off the play fake. Jackson. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Good egg time. The fair catch will be made back at their own 12. The Bills offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line. So work to do starting with this 1st and 10. They bring the tight end in motion. Allen working from the pistol. That's brought in by the tight end, Knox. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. From the 20, here's 2nd and 4. They'll run the toss with Cook. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
319.
On 3rd down, it's Allen. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A big one here in the 4th quarter. 32 yards.
At this point, it just gets frustrating for the defense, right? I mean, you've been watching this guy make big play after big play all game long, not only on the quarterback-designed runs, but it's the scrambles that can really break the back of a defense, and we saw it again here.
Play action. Here's Allen. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. It's the safety, Kyle Hamilton. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, the ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
On the give, here's Henry. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Second down, Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Now a toss, running left, it's Henry. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On 3rd down, Jackson. No chance at all. He'll go down. That is Joey Bosa working his way in to register his 1st sack of the new season. His kick is good. He got it. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The Bills offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. From the gun, throw here for Allen. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down, but in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield, and there does come some danger when you throw back across, but in this case, it's a big completion.
Now 2nd and inches. They'll drop the throw. They'll set up the screen to Cook. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. Double as good there. They get the 1st down and save a timeout.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Here is 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 at the 15-yard line.
Throwing again. It's Allen. Taking off. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
That's another Bills first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
From the gun, here is Allen. And he'll take it on in. James Cook, touchdown Buffalo. He had the touchdown run earlier. Now add a TD reception. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Now Henry. Powerful running there. Stiff-arming his way for a gain of 6. Here's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Henry. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down.
Here's Henry. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their 2nd. The clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the game. This offense still has the 1 timeout to use. 1st and 10 coming up now. Brought in by the tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down. This is 1st and 10. They'll run here. And this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but he does show you that make-you-miss ability that he has. Now, here's a timeout. They will indeed take it with 5 seconds left. Chance for a field goal to win this game. So on is Tyler Loop in a big spot. This to win the game. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're 2nd. So on is Tyler Loop in a big spot. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
Whoa! And he is going to be taken down, and that is going to do it. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign.
Typical, body overdoing this, that's so typical. Tail like a god, ugh, that's so typical. Still more this, that's so typical.